So yesterday, Austin McBroom was officially humbled because he's been talking all this smack about his boxing tournament, which he ended up losing. He was the headlining act along with a guy named Gib, who's also an influencer, and Gib knocked out Austin multiple times to the point where he ended up going to the hospital. There's a lot to break down when it comes to this event, and so many of you guys have been reaching out to me, so let's go ahead and talk about this because first off, the event was really empty. If you look at videos of the stadium, it looks like there was no more than like 200 people there.
Got free tickets to the Austin McBroom fight. It was so empty, and he got knocked out.
As you guys can see, that stadium is empty, and whoever made that TikTok got their ticket for free. So I assumed that they didn't really sell many tickets, so they started just handing them out to whoever would come. This is a major red flag because even the event that Austin had in June, the boxing event that happened in Miami, that one had way more people than this one did. And remember, that first boxing tournament ended up in a bunch of lawsuits. So I could see this one ending up in lawsuits if they didn't make back the money that they were supposed to, and looking at that stadium, I doubt they made their money back. But let's go ahead and get into the fighting because Landon McBroom, Austin's little brother, actually tied with his opponent, but Austin lost, and it was a sight to see. So let's go ahead and play a couple clips from that fight.
Look, he's trying to close the gap, then punch. Look.
Oh, big uppercut! Yeah, look at a finish from Austin McBroom! There he goes again for the third time!
So there is one clip of Austin being knocked out, but there are plenty more because he just kept on getting up and doing it over again, which I have to give a shout out to our friend Boss Girl Feed. I will link her below. She's got an Instagram page that she actually was sending out a link yesterday, a Zoom link, so people could watch the fight. So they have been a great resource for updates on the Ace family and everything else.
He's trying to close.
And then I want to play another one where you can see Austin's in the corner and he's trying to collect himself, but like he just got knocked out, which I'm trying to break these apart because a lot of times these get copyrighted. So here's another one. So clearly Austin lost that match, which I'm honestly surprised because Austin seems like a strong guy. And remember, they postponed this entire fight because supposedly Gib had some health issues. But I mean, it looks like Gib is healthy as a horse over here beating Austin up. And as I mentioned, he ended up going to the hospital over this. YouTuber Austin McBroom rushed to the hospital for further checks after being knocked out 5 times in boxing against fellow social media star Gib, which honestly, I actually didn't know who Gib was until this. Did you guys know who Gib was? Comment below because, I mean, I just never had seen this content. Maybe he's like a gamer type. I still actually don't know. But I do know that he's a winner, at least in Austin McBroom's world. I do think it's interesting that this article says that the 2 social media stars took to the ring in LA for the main event of the Social Gloves 2 event with thousands in attendance, which if you guys look back at that video clip, I mean, maybe there are thousands, but I didn't think there was more than hundreds there. So I don't know who's writing this article, but they write that it was an action-packed fight, and supposedly Austin got Gib one good time in the beginning, but then that must have angered Gib and he was able to take down Austin. So here's a clip of Austin actually being sent out on the stretcher, which I don't know if like, was he really that hurt, or is this for theatrics? Because I mean, the whole fight was ultimately a flop. They actually had one of their fighters who dropped out like a few days before, and they had to find someone to go and fill that role. So this whole situation was a mess, and it kind of feels like it's like Zeus or like Bad Girls Club when you see Austin being like taken out on this stretcher. It's just all so dramatic. Even though that scene seemed super dramatic, Austin McBroom is all right. And he actually made a story on his Instagram talking about the fight and congratulating Gib. And here's what he has to say.
Good morning, everybody. Last night was fun. It really was. Big shout out to Gib. Congratulations, my guy. Well deserved. I'm excited to see what you're going to do next. Left me a little back right here, but I'm good. And for me, spend time with family and take a little break. I've been going at it for the past 6 months. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for all the love and support as always. Love you guys.
So I do think this is a humbling event for Austin. Thankfully, I don't believe his kids were there. I did see like some clips of like Catherine like right by the ring, so she was there in support of her husband, as she should be, and that would have been scary to see. I mean, he was not doing well. It doesn't seem like he'd practiced enough, or Gib really practiced, because he was able to take down Austin so easily. And like I said, I feel like this is going to humble Austin, because before, you know, he beat Bryce Hall, but well, now he lost to Gib. And at this point, do we need a Social Gloves 3? I just feel like the Social Gloves thing is kind of getting old, especially when you see that there's like quite literally no one in the crowd. How are they making their money back? I did see some people like paid for it and did, like, you know, the pay-per-view, so who knows how much money they made there. I saw one of my friends had like a watch party, and I was like, girl, you guys have a watch party for this? But maybe it was interesting. I didn't watch the entire fight, and honestly, I don't really care to. Boxing's not really my thing, and plus all of the people, like the entire roster or whatever, like I didn't really know who they were. Like I know who Landon McBroom is, and wasn't there Blueface at some point? But yeah, I would have been pissed if I was one of those fighters and I came out walking. I spent months preparing, and then I look around and I see a couple hundred people in the crowd. That would make me so mad. I would turn right around and just leave. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Was it a major flop in your opinion? In mine, it kind of was. But here's my email if you guys have any other video ideas for me, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.